Hey gamers, do you love pizza? Have I got a game for you? Papa Paolo. Let's check it out. To set up the game, each player will get their own little player board. They'll have all these little markers right here on the first row. They'll get their own little pizza joint here, their pizza tile, which will be their starting tile they'll build off of by attaching more tiles to it and building a neighborhood. They also start off with 3 little pizzas with 3 tiny stickers that are impossible to put on, but is doable. You also get 10 coins. They come from values of 3, 2, and 1. Of course, you can keep these secret by flipping them over. As you see, they have the same symbol on the back, so no one will actually know how much coinage you have. You start with 4 little pizza delivery guys and 1 chef. Now the main player board will look like this. There is a 2-player version. If you flip it over on the other side, this is for 3 to 4 players. What you would do, you'd set up tiles here, set up some coins around here randomly. You'd set up your bidding and the order, stacking order here. These little tiles come from A to E, and so you'll stack them in order to A1, A2, A3, A4 across here. If you're playing with 3 players, of course, you'd remove one of them, and you'd put some of these tokens up here. Now, what you're going to do at the beginning of the game is you're going to place one of your little 4 pizza delivery guys on any one of these tiles that you see here. And there's a number of things you can do, actions you can take. For instance, the most basic action would be to place your person there and then take the tile underneath it and attach it to your neighborhood. Tiles can be, this one is a dead end, but you also have 4 ways, 1 ways, 3 ways, even curves in the road as well. So you can build your own. It's kind of almost like a little puzzle here as you're trying to build your road. Of course, your pizza place is a 4-way, so anything that can attach to it, and you can have 4 different, going out in 4 different directions here. So eventually it's going to start small, but then it's going to branch out into this big neighborhood that you're servicing, who are all hungry for some pizza. So that's one option you can do, is take the tile. Other options you can do is any of the emblems here on the edges will allow you to do different things. So for instance, if I was on this row or this row, which I am on now, I could cash in and get some money. Now remember, on your player board, it will tell you where you start off. Everyone starts off with 3. So if I wanted to cash in, I could cash in and get 3 coins from the bank. If I was over in this column here, somewhere here or here, that gives me the ability to buy more pizzas. And on your player board, it will tell you how much money you need to spend to get X amount of pizza. And that's for everyone's player board. It's all the same. The next option you can have, if you're on this row or this row, as you see here, indicated by the little flying airplane man, lets you make an express delivery. Now on your player board, again, it tells you how much it costs to do an express delivery, so it's 2 coins, and then you can take one of your pizzas here and you can deliver it anywhere on your little player board. So even if there's a tile way down the road, you can deliver an express pizza right to them immediately. So it's for express deliveries, those 2. And then these sections here, this row and this row here, if I played anywhere along one of these roads, I could get a pizza place upgrade. And you would just buy one of these little pizza upgrades, which would also come with an additional 2 pizzas that they tell you again on the game board. So fairly simple to find out. You would just have to pay the coinage on the corner there. So as you're doing that, you're building up your neighborhood. The reason you would want extra pizzerias is once the neighborhood gets too big, it may be, too long a trip to go out there. You may want to put another pizza franchise there closer to that neighborhood to serve those customers. So there's a lot of options that you can do when placing on the board. But that's not all, because this is also area control. Because as you're placing on the board, the other players are are also placing their little vehicles on the board, and everyone is basically trying to control different areas to get different rewards or to grab certain tiles. So at the end of a round, it may look, and it will look, especially if you're playing with 4 players, something like so. Now, at this point, let me get the last one on here, you're going to go to what's called the tip phase in a way. You're going to see these coins at the bottom. You're basically going to see who has the majority, and they're going to get those coins. And what you go horizontal and vertical to decide where the majority is. So for instance here, blue has 2 here, purple has 1, white has 1, blue, or green, I guess, will get this 1 coin. You go to the next board, it's all tie, it's a 4-way tie. Oh no, who gets it? Well, the tiebreaker is the person who is closest to the coin. So orange would get this. Purple would get this one because there's 2 purple. Orange would get that one because there's 2 orange. As you see here, then we go vertically. Orange would probably win this because they have 2 on this row. Green would get it because they have 2 on this row. Orange would get it because they have 2, and this one's an all, so the green would get it again because they are right next to it. That's the tiebreaker. So once you go through the tip phase and everyone has their coins, then you go to the bidding phase. In the bidding phase, you're going to use your little pizzeria guys as your bidders, and you can place them on any one of these rows. Of course, in a 3-player game, there'd be 3 rows. In a 2-player game, you flip the board over and there'd be 2 rows. And you're going to pick any of these wonderful little things you're going to bid upon that can help you deliver certain pizza, certain distance. So for instance, I can go down 1 block and only deliver 1 pizza. But of course, the second one says I can go down 1 block, but I get to deliver up to 3 pizzas. That's even better. And as you see, each one just gets better. This is 2 blocks, 3 pizzas, and finally this is 3 blocks, 4 pizzas. Ooh, really nice. So you're going to start the bidding anywhere you want to. You can start at the bottom of the track, or you can start, claim your property, 3 up there. Now, how it works is each player can either outbid the other player, or when you're outbid, you get 2 choices. You can outbid them, or you can go to another column to bid on that. But when you go to it, you can't start at the bottom here. You have to slide over. So you can either slide over or go up. Those are your 2 choices. So for instance, if the board looked like this, green player can either outbid purple, he can outbid white, he can outbid orange, or he can just slide over. He cannot go down to the 2 spot there. That's one thing he can't do. So bidding, he would just slide over, and he would have to pay that amount just to get that one. Now it is kind of important whoever wins the highest ranked item, because whoever does, they're going to get to do one of these 4 actions. They're the ones who get the first crack at these actions, and each player is going to get a crack at them, but it goes in this order. So for instance, white won the highest item, they'll go first, then purple, green, and orange. And any of these items they would pick from the board and then eliminate it for that round. For instance, let's say white picks this one. That means they get to use their cash item, and they can cash in and get some gold coins, money for the next round, or maybe this round if they need it. The blue one, of course, lets you buy extra pizzas before you make your deliveries. This one gives you an extra, express delivery, and this one you can buy an extra pizza place. Now, what if you don't have the money and you're just left with this one, or you don't want another pizza place? You don't have to use it. You can just grab it and then just not utilize the special ability. After that, everyone will make their deliveries based on what their allowances are. So, for instance, if the green player got, let's say this one, this has 3 yellow houses on it. They connected any way they could. And by the way, roads always have to connect. You cannot dead end a road into another road, a place that doesn't have a road. So for instance, this is a dead end, or I couldn't put this dead end right here where this road goes into that dead end. No, it has to match up with the other roads. So again, let's say I bought this one. I can go up to 1 block and deliver up to 3 pizzas. So that works just fine for me because I got 3 pizzas. I go 1 block and put pizzas out on the board. Now for each pizza you have delivered, that's going to give you a victory point in the game. Any pizzas you have undelivered at the end of the game are going to be minus points. Now, once you've covered up an entire tile of all the houses that have been satisfied, you're going to go up in that track depending on what the color of the house is, and it gives you the colors right here. So for instance, if I completed a yellow one like I just did, I would move up in the gold track. So from now on, whenever I went to cash in for money, I would get 5 coin instead of 3. If I completed a blue, I'd move up in the blue area here. What the blue area does, it allows you to buy more pizza. So for instance, it would cost me 2 coin to get 1 pizza. Well, now that I have a +1, it would cost me 2 coin to get 2 pizzas because I just add 1 to that number. And as you see, it goes all the way up to 4. As the coins go all the way up to 13, which is incredible. The express deliveries, you have to complete a few of these before you can get better at it, but pretty soon you'll be able to do 2 express pizzas in 1 run, or 3 express pizzas in 1 run. Now this one is also really cool because it lets you do multiple deliveries. Actually, you have to build it up, but you can get up to 2, 3, or 4 multiple deliveries at one time. What does that mean? So let's say that this is what my neighborhood looks like, and I got this one right here, which lets me go up to 2 blocks and deliver 3 pizzas. Now, I would love to deliver pizzas out here and here, but I can't go both places because that's 2 different deliveries, me going this way and me going that way. But if I moved up my player board to where I could make more than 1 delivery, I could do that. I could deposit maybe 2 here and a 3rd one there. And I could do that because I have the extra ability on my player board. Now you're going to keep playing like this. Once it's done, you're going to reset the board, get rid of all of these unused tiles. Any unclaimed tiles will be removed from the game. New tiles would come out. New auction items would come out. Players would receive all of their delivery guys and their little chefs back. And then you would, of course, restock coins on the edges here randomly and then start the round again. After the 5th round, you would add up all of your pizza deliveries, subtract any undelivered pizzas, add up any extra bonus points you have. For instance, for every 5 coins you have, that would also count as a point. No change is allowed there. So this is, even though I have 6 coins, that would only count for 1 point. It's 1 for every 5 coins. And of course, whoever has the most bonus points at the end of the game wins. And by bonus points, you can look on your player board and see exactly how far you've gone in your upgrades, and that will determine how many additional bonus points you would get. As you can see, if you make it to the end of any track, you'll get a +2 for victory points, but as long as yours have made it from all back here, they would at least get 2. Now, if they were all up here, they would have all passed to the 3 mark, and I would have gotten 3, and so on and so forth, up to 8. If you have any of them that haven't progressed from the first one, then you have the rat of shame, and you have a -1 point there. They even give you this player sheet to kind of add it up, but we've never actually used this. And that's Paolo. Final thoughts, what do I think about the game? Oh my. Folks, I had been looking at this game on and off for about a year. I mean, it kind of talked to me. We did some small talk every once in a while. We had coffee once, but nothing really came out of it. Okay, this is getting kind of weird. Anyway, the point is, I finally saw this on sales. Like, I gotta try it. I gotta try it. Anything about pizza delivery's got to be cool, right? And it blew me away. I knew the game was, I say complex, but there's a lot, it's not really hard to understand, but there's a lot of decisions going in when you're placing on the board. Do I do the action? Or am I placing it to get those coins? Because I want to place it on the row where I can get the most money. Or do I want to get that tile? Because sometimes you're like, oh man, I really want the tile, I really want to do all 3. Sometimes you play in areas you would never want to play in because you want to take advantage of that secret ability or the specific tile you need. Because, oh, I need a green. I need to go up 1 more in green. Where's another green? That's the only green tile. Right next to the 1 coin, and terrible of the choices or other choices maybe I want to do. But, I mean, I love that. I love that there's area control, tile placement, worker placement. There's so many decisions you have to. You're upgrading your own player board too. So many decisions just on 1 turn. That's the beauty of Paolo. I cannot imagine. The only complaint I have about the game, people complain, they say the board is way too busy. Yeah, there's a lot to look at, very colorful. You can kind of get lost in the tiles. But to be honest, my only complaint is it goes too short. 5 rounds goes by like that, and you feel like you're just starting to get the mechanisms together, and then the game ends. You're like, no, I wanted to make more deliveries. I had to do this. I had to do that. But that's the signs of a good game, right? When you want it to go 1 more round or maybe 5 more rounds. But I really do enjoy this game. I think it's a whole heck of a lot of fun. In fact, kind of odd, but I keep thinking, I remember a long time ago I saw some pizza cologne made you smell like pizza. Kind of want to spray the box like that so it'll give out a pizza aroma whenever I open it up. That's kind of weird though. Anyway, gamers, should you get the game? Yeah, if you can find it for a good deal. I think Papa Paolo delivering pizzas, that is right up your alley. All right, folks, that is all the time I have for now. Until next time, pizza on.